What's good? It's been a minute. This very long update takes place from October 29, 2019 to today, November
8,
2020. Yeah, and I haven't posted since September of last year. I recently reached 200 plus subscribers somehow in my inactivity, and I appreciate everybody commenting on older videos, asking how I've been, checking on me, and asking for updates. And some have asked for my Instagram. I got some of you guys on Instagram, and I don't post a whole lot of the build on there, but those who do follow me have known what's been going on with my car months before it hits YouTube. And y'all been hitting me up on there with questions, so that's cool. So feel free to check it out. I'll put in the caption. And man, I've been gradually working on a stupid video. It took so long for me to upload it. Man, I'm just sitting in the sun. We don't drive. Let me move a little bit. Move around, move around. All right. I've been gradually working on this stupid video, and I took so long to upload it for a few reasons. I didn't want to upload the video ending with a problem unsolved, and problems kept happening, so I kept having to work on it. I'd go weeks or months without any issues, so then I'd plan to do other things, but before I could do those things, an issue would occur, so that just prolonged everything. And when I did have issues, it took time to do research, a lot of sleeping on decisions, waiting for parts. And sometimes I just lag to fix things. I've been really busy with work and other commitments that I'm very active in. And honestly, I've just been unmotivated, not just with the build, but with everything. That's just kind of been the theme for the year. You'll notice in the video, I get progressively slower and slower in handling things. And I'm gonna come clean, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I like cars a lot more than I understand them. You can see bags gradually forming under my eyes as issues progress. This car is aging me. Yeah, so it's a lot. This video is long, but I still try to keep some parts short, so it goes by quick, so try to keep up. All right, so let me take you back to when I was a young man in October 2019. So in my last video, I was telling you about a sputtering issue that my car was having, and it's happening again. I noticed a slight hesitation a few days ago. I ignored it because, as a lot of us car guys do, we just pretend it didn't happen and hope that it doesn't happen again. Look how sad this cat is, man. Look at that. So my car was misfiring a little bit in acceleration, and I started noticing a little miss in idle as well. So I went to check it out, and my fuel pressure gauge was reading like 9 psi, like a crazy high amount. And I never even adjusted the fuel pressure regulator, but it's a pretty cheap regulator, so I guess that's expected. I messed with it a little bit and got it back down to where it should be, but it's still hesitating, misfiring, and even sputtering pretty bad under acceleration. I cleaned the spark plugs, but I think they're beyond repair, so I'm just gonna replace them. Also the wires, because I didn't replace the wires last time. That cat is so sad. I woke the cat up. Now it's not gonna misfire. It's really bad right now. He waved at me, but he's probably thinking my car sounds like crap. So I got these iridium spark plugs, and man, when I go to a gas station or a car parts store, like, I gotta expect to like have at least a 5-minute conversation with somebody if they have the time. about my car or about a car that they had in the past or whatever car that they learned to drive in, and I like it. I really do enjoy it. I enjoy talking to older people. It reminds me of the old days that I wasn't around in, and it's cool to hear about. Bro, I'm just trying to get my part and trying to leave. I found out the other day my friend's mom's first car was a Dodge Dart. It was, I think, a 64. She had a slant 6 in it. It was her first car. I don't know if I said that already. And she showed me pictures of it. It was cool. So new spark plugs and wires didn't fix the issue. It's still sputtering under acceleration. I got an accelerator pump. I did this before in my last video. I changed the accelerator pump. I think I did spark plugs and wires, and fuel pressure regulator, thermal insulating gasket, all those things that help my car run good. The excessively high fuel pressure that I was running for a couple days might have destroyed or might have ruined the accelerator pump. I don't know. I couldn't really find much information on it, so I'm kind of just throwing money at it. I'm just throwing parts at it. So we'll see if this fixes the issue. Like, comment, subscribe if you think I'm wasting money. And this cat still looks sad. All right, so honestly, I can't tell if this looks bad or not. It definitely looks better than the first accelerator pump that I swapped out, but I don't know. I'm assuming that this is what went bad. So I'm putting a new one and we'll see how it runs. All right, got the new accelerator pump in. Needs a little bit of carb cleaner to clean inside. Since I got the top part off, might as well see if I could get a better clean. All right, new accelerator pump in. It's idling cool, new spark plugs and all that. It's been on for a couple minutes, so I'm gonna take it on a cruise. Hopefully it doesn't sputter anymore. Oh no, I'm just dumping money. You heard that backfire, man? What the heck? All right, so I got the top mount of the carburetor off. The float bowls are pretty dirty, and this could be a cause of my issues. So I really need to clean this out. I might clean out the, where's it at? Accelerator pump squirters as well, if needed. But I think I should start with these bowls. All right, so I just cleaned out the carburetor. Got a lot of dirt out. Even cleaned the accelerator pump spring. It already looked pretty good, but I just cleaned it anyway. But was able to see some dirt actually come out. So now I'm gonna disassemble the accelerator pump squirters and see if we can get that clean. Since I cleaned here too, so we're gonna put it back. And I'm gonna put the top mount of the car back and see what happens. So I lost one of these and I've been looking for it and I can't find it. The little piece I need is for this. A few days ago, a friend actually told me he has a Marine Edelbrock just sitting around that he'll give me that I can use for parts. So hopefully it has that piece that I can just put on. All right, so I use this part of my pocket knife to shave the plastic off this bread tie, which I'm gonna use for my carburetor accelerator linkage. I don't have that spare carb from my friend yet, so I'm gonna just use this for now as a clip. Oh man, this is hot rodding at its finest. So I tied it around one time. I'm not gonna get it on crazy tight or make it super small that I won't be able to cut it or get it off, because this is temporary. I'm not gonna keep this like this forever. So I'm gonna just roll like this for like one day.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
I'm gonna check under the hood to see the fuel pressure. All right, so far so good, so far so good. Yes. Yes. No sputtering, baby. No hesitation. That's what I'm talking about. Man, you don't know how relieved I am, man. car's running good. What made it act up in the first place? I'm gonna come clean. I haven't been running the air cleaner. In the last video, I talked about adding the thermal insulating gasket and the 1-inch carb spacer. I had a 3-inch air cleaner, and with that added height, it wasn't enough hood clearance, so I got a 2-inch air cleaner. Try putting that on right now, and that's still not enough hood clearance. So what I'm gonna have to do is take out that 1-inch spacer, as much as I don't want to. But I'm definitely gonna keep this thermal insulating gasket to keep everything cool. Got the stud and the air cleaner on. It's a big old thing. I need to mark where I should cut it, and then we should be good to go. But I just had to zip tie this because this spark plug wire was getting stuck in here and causing my throttle to causing you know, nothing but gas. So like every time I started up, it's floored. It's crazy. I had no clue what it was. I kept messing with the accelerator cable because I had to take it off when I moved the carb spacer, so I thought I just had to adjust this. I kept adjusting it, then I realized this spark plug wire was jammed in here pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna be rocking this zip tie for now a little bit. All right, so I made sure to measure the new air cleaner stud right to the point where it barely sticks up past the wing nut, and I had the shop cut it right there. Because we don't really have too much hood clearance to work with, so hopefully it closes. All right, so it closes. I couldn't really record me doing it. All right, we good. All right, so my car's running fine-ish. It's not sputtering or hesitating anymore, but I am getting a little bit of a misfire. As you can see, it looks like I'm reading only like maybe 2.5 PSI, but I got my regulator maxed out to like 6 PSI. It should be at 4 PSI. But when I set it to 4, it only gives me about 1. So I got it maxed out. Yeah, I got it maxed out to 6. It's not even giving me 4 PSI. So I'm getting a little bit of a backfire. Little crackling noises in the exhaust. Not really a backfire, just more crackling noises in the exhaust and a little bit of a misfire that you can kind of hear in idle. Not getting enough fuel pressure. Some people have had issues with this Mr. Gasket fuel pressure regulator. It's been alright for me. I might have to replace it. Alright, so my car's not trying to run. I had it parked on this neighborhood street. And as you can see, the neighbors ain't feeling it being parked here. It's only been here for 1 day, dog. Like, they already marked it. That mark means if it's here for too long, they finna tow it. So we definitely got to get this running. All right, took the air cleaner off. Take a look at the carb, and I see the gasket is misaligned. See, that hole is supposed to be, you know, where the stud goes in. So I'm gonna take the top part of the carb off again, see if we can line it up, and maybe that'll fix my problems. Okay, so I got the gasket all lined up. We're gonna put the air cleaner back on and see what happens. I don't like that. It's not perfect. I tuned the idle mixture screws and adjusted the fuel pressure, and it's running a lot smoother now. Ain't no EFI here, baby. Come on. No need for that. We good, baby. We good. Oh, I love and hate this car so much. We don't need no EFI over here, baby. We all good with that carburetor. Yeah.
I think we ain't done yet.
You personally?
I think we ain't done yet.
All right, so it's been 10 days since I fixed my car. It's been running fine. It hasn't cut off of me or anything, but it's been backfiring, popping pretty crazy, like when I'm off the gas or just like randomly. Also, I noticed that the fuel pressure is also reading low still, even with the fuel pressure regulator set on 4.5 psi. It'll read at like 0. Maybe that's why it's been popping, because of a lack of fuel pressure. I believe since I already cleaned out my carburetor, maybe it's my fuel filter. Maybe I have a dirty fuel system that's causing this low pressure. I'm gonna get one, replace it, see what that does. All right, so we're under the car. That's my fuel pump. That's my fuel filter. We got this direct replacement. It smells like cat poop under here, bro. It's the old one. This that new. All right, so it's been 6 weeks since I replaced the fuel filter. It's been running real good, but now I'm replacing the fuel pressure regulator because it's not giving me enough fuel pressure. Oh man, I didn't realize how good I had it on here until now that I'm trying to take it off. I'm gonna probably need to change the hose too. Look how good I got it on there, man. Shoot, I ain't got no rags, so you know I'm using a napkin right now. It was actually just started bucking just yesterday, like. You know, I had like sputtering issues in the back, but now it's like full on bucking, like I'm bull riding or something. So, you know, then I went to check the fuel pressure gauge and it was reading nothing. I had it maxed out all the way up to 6 psi here, still reading nothing. So I think the fuel pressure regulator just went bad. All right, so I got my fuel pressure set to 5.5 psi. It's actually what Edelbrock recommends. I used to run it at 4.5. I was reading up on people's experiences and that was their sweet spot, but this has been really good for me. All right, so I'm pulling out the house. Someone stops by and tells me water's coming out my whip. And that does not smell like water. That smells like pure gasoline. What the heck? Yeah, that's not supposed to be like that. Bro, this could have caught on fire if this was hot enough.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Appreciate it.
How long you had this?
I've had it since 2014.
Oh, really?
So yeah, about almost 6 years now.
Right on.
Yeah, appreciate
I like
it.
the wheels though too.
Thank you.
I saw that go on the road. I was just like, yeah. I got like meltable Barracudas and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
I see
you like
some
my
of them.
Hemi car. Well, don't you miss your old Charger you had?
Charger?
Yeah, not Charger, but Chrysler New Yorker.
Yeah, I still got it.
You do? Thought you got rid of it.
My son's got it.
Oh, okay. You didn't let it out of the family then. Good.
My dad bought that car. So
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I come by and drive by it a couple times.
Yeah.
But no, I
We
understand
got
that.
it. We still got
Nice.
it.
Good deal.
I like the
Done
New
nothing
Yorkers.
to it,
You hadn't?
I traded him that Mustang for it, but
Wish you would have kept it, huh?
well, yeah.
That's the nicest car on the road.
I was stopped by a dude that sells old Mopar parts. He said he got a Fender for me, or he should have a Fender for me. He got inventory that he's trying to get rid of or whatever. Yeah, they're giving me a little history lesson on the Bay Area race scene. He was telling me years ago, like when they were kids in Pittsburgh, they'd have all the white kids on one side and all the black kids on the other side. And then they'd race. So dude has like about 8 Mopars. He helped start a few meets back in the day that still go on. Apparently, some of the meets that still go on today. I got his number, so I'm gonna contact him for a part. He said my Fender actually might be salvageable. I haven't even had time to look into it. The accident was 2 or 3 weeks ago, but you know, if I could get a Fender for a good price, I'm gonna go that route. That's one thing I like about the car community, especially with hot rods. You end up having conversations with people that you probably would never talk to if it weren't for that. And they're usually surprised that like a young black person is interested in old cars and wonder how I got into it and stuff. They'd be like, you know, if I had this, I would do this. Oh yeah, I did that. Oh, that's cool. You ever thought about doing this? Oh yeah, it's got that too. So I got my car on, and yeah, so remember when gas was spewing everywhere? So I was running excessive fuel pressure. It's not as high as it was before, but this is still too high for a carburetor. I don't know what's up with these regulators, bro. Like, I don't even know what to trust, if it's the gauge or the regulator. Actually, I trust the gauge more, but yeah, this regulator is not doing anything really. I have it set at 2 PSI, and it's reading, that's giving me 7 PSI. Got my jack and stands, about to get into the car. You know, it's been popping out of reverse. Now it's straight up grinding every time I throw it in reverse. Apparently that could just be because of linkage being out of adjustment. So I'm gonna check it out. Honestly, I don't really know how to go about fixing it. I'm gonna just look for anything that looks out of the ordinary. So these are my different linkage rods. As you can see, they don't really move that much. But reverse got a whole lot of play. So I'm looking over here. This is reverse. This bolt is barely hanging on. It's like a few screws from coming off completely. So I'm gonna just tighten this up. And we'll see if this will help it to stay in reverse. Just hand tight. Maybe that's too tight. I don't know. I don't know how tight it should be. we're gonna give it some wiggle room. I'm trying to get it to move as much as the other gears. It still moves more, so maybe a little tighter. A little tighter. All right, so let's check it out. Reverse is working good. Actually feels real nice and tight getting into reverse. So yeah, that was a good, easy fix. All right, I'm parked out on the street. I'm not in my complex because they're doing some maintenance. I'm about to put this Carter electric fuel pump in. It's a low pressure fuel pump. I mean, I already got a low pressure one, but like many other low pressure fuel pumps, it still creeps in pressure, making it so that you need a fuel pressure regulator. But this is apparently a true low pressure fuel pump. People say that it doesn't exceed a certain PSI, so I'll be able to run it without the regulator, which has been my issue, those cheap, crappy fuel pressure regulators. So we're gonna see if we can get this on. It's loud, huh? All right, new fuel pump is in. It's been working real good so far. I actually ended up not putting it in myself. I took it to a shop. So it's at about 5 PSI. I replaced the fuel pressure regulator with a fuel filter because the new pump actually has a built-in regulator. So I got some radiator flush, got coolant, got 4 quarts of this gear lubricant for my rear diff, got an oil filter, got motor oil. I was gonna get some transmission fluid too, but they didn't have the kind that I wanted, so I'm gonna have to order that online or look at another store. Then we gonna get that all in. Got my gear oil, about to get it cracking. Transfer pump. You know, I don't feel like I could jack it up high enough where I'm at to comfortably do the tranny fluid flush. I'm gonna have to figure it out maybe a little later, but for now I'm gonna just do the oil change. The oil filter is stuck, so I'm gonna try to use some penetrating oil. Hopefully that'll get it out. What up? I'm just leaving the shop right now. I couldn't get that oil filter out. I tried everything, I couldn't get it out. So I ended up just taking it to the shop to do. They got it out. While it was there, I said, man, you know what? Y'all can put the transmission fluid in, the rear end fluid. They had a lift. I could barely even see the transmission drain plug and the fill plug when I had the car on jack stands. So I just had the shop do it. The shift's really good. You know, it didn't shift bad before. It's just preventative maintenance, I guess. This is something I want to do every 2 years. I want to change out the transmission fluid and the rear end fluid every 2 years, and also the coolant. I'm gonna do the coolant myself. So I'm gonna probably do that today or tomorrow. Finally using my transfer pump. All right, so this is how much coolant I could get out. Not even a full gallon. I can't get past here. Also, I'm just noticing this. I didn't put this. The shop must have put that once they when they did the rear end flush and tranny flush and helped me with the oil filter, because that was not on there. They must have busted this or something and just taped it up. It's an ugly looking thing. What is this? Oh, it's gonna be messy. This coolant stank, bro. While I got my car in jacks, I might as well clean the exhaust cutout. It's looking real dirty. All right, got this a lot cleaner. Removed a lot of dirt with some carburetor cleaner. It was real dirty this time. I usually like to clean it every time I do an oil change, but I didn't do this the last couple oil changes. All right, so I got my radiator filled up with the radiator flush and water. I only got to drive it around for about 10 minutes to let it circulate through the system before I flush it out again. I'm gonna probably drive it for longer than that because I got some errands I'm gonna run. Also, I got my mask because, you know, during this pandemic here in California, they don't even let you in any stores unless you got a mask, so. All right, so it's getting pretty late. Still a lot of pressure in the cooling system and it's still really warm. So I'm about to do this tomorrow. We'll drain out all the coolant, all the radiator flush and water, and put in some new coolant. My neighbor's uncle left this on my windshield a few days ago. He got a Little Red Express on his business card, so he seems like a trustworthy guy. Said he likes my car. He has parts if needed. Hopefully he saw my Fender and thought he could help. This is my new glove box. I can't just put it in so I gotta take this off. This has been on here since 1967. This car was delivered to the first owner in August 1967 and last serviced by the dealer in 1968. All right, what the heck is this, man? What did I just find here? Some vintage Paris Hilton lotion. Disgusting. The previous owner's daughter used to drive the car around a lot. When I first cleaned out the trunk after getting this car, I found a receipt for a pricey coach bag. As you can hear, the fuel pump works. When I check under the hood, it's giving me. I can see through the fuel filter that there's gas going through there, so it's not a fuel problem. It's has to do with my ignition system. I don't have a multimeter, so I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the distributor, the cap, the ignition control module, spark plugs, I don't know. So I'm gonna get a multimeter, and when that gets here, then I'm gonna figure out why it won't start. Got a new doormat. All right, cleaned out the spark plugs yesterday, so I got me a new ignition coil. I just put the new one in, that's the old one. Also got a distributor cap and rotor. But before I put in the cap and rotor, I'm gonna just see if the new coil does it. Nope. sounds better than it did before. All right, so I just got whatever spark plugs they had at the store. I replaced the spark plugs earlier in this video. That was October last year, and it is June. Well, no, it's July. So, I mean, the spark plugs still should be good, but you know, my fuel pressure issues that I've been riding with those spark plugs maybe fouled them up again. I tried cleaning them the other day, but I didn't do anything. You know me, I'm just throwing money at it. Come on, man. What? All right, just changes out the old ballast resistor. Let's see if that'll do it. All right, so it's not the ballast resistor. Adjusted it some more. I actually got a magnet feeler gauge. So this is not ideal. You're supposed to use a brass one because this sticks to the reluctor. So I can't really get too accurate of a reading. But I'm just kind of adjusting it little by little. All right, so I took the screw all the way out. It's not even in there. When I did this, I'm now able to get a more accurate, I think, a more accurate adjustment. But the way it is, I can't even put a screw back in. So let's see if this is the correct adjustment. If it is, then that sucks because I can't even put the screw back in, or I'll have to figure it out, but we'll see. Oh crap. All right. I just took the distributor cap off and I completely wrecked the distributor. RIP, look at that. This part was over here. This is completely twisted. Look at that, man. Carnage. I am an idiot. Oh, this is all the way out. Oh, dude, that's so bad. All right, about to try to solve that mess right there. So it's just me. It's ideal to do this with another person because in order to switch out the distributor correctly, you got to have it at top dead center and have the first cylinder at a compression stroke. You do that by taking out the spark plug and wire and putting your finger over the hole and have someone crank it till you feel you know, air push out. But I'm not able to do that because I don't have a remote starter or someone to help crank the engine over for me. But what I was able to do was just crank it over. And as you can see, I'm like at top dead center. Took a few tries. Yeah, I mean, I got it lined up at top dead center, but that doesn't tell me that, you know, it's at compression stroke, the first cylinder. So that means there's a 50% chance of it starting or it working once I replace the distributor. But you know, if it doesn't work the first time, then I just got to rotate it 180 degrees and it should be around the ballpark. Got the distributor hold down now. Wasn't really the easiest thing with this little space that I got to work with. Now the distributor is stuck, so I'm gonna have to spray some PB Blaster or WD-40. I'm gonna see what I got. Drenched it in some liquid wrench. I'm gonna let it sit for a while, see what it does. Let it soak in WD-40 overnight and was able to get it out today. Got the new Dizzy in. Let's see if it starts. All right, so it's still not starting. I've been messing around with the distributor a little bit, twisting it. I got no timing light, I got nothing really. Honestly, I don't know. Even if I were to get the timing right, it still might not start because I don't know what the real issue is. Honestly, I think it's the timing chain. I actually bought a timing chain. It's here already because, you know, I just be thinking, I know it's wrong and spending money. All right, so I just rented this van. About to drive out to Tracy, California. It's about 52 miles away to pick up my Fender. Yes, sir. Ooh, it's stank out here. Northern California is on fire. Smoky air. Anyway, we're really about to get this running for real, for real. I know I always say that, But I think the issue was the timing chain. I actually thought this a little while back, but I still went ahead and worked on some other stuff, thinking that maybe that'll get it done. I actually ordered one a little while back. I got that, the timing chain set with the seals and gaskets as well. Even got a water pump because might as well put a new water pump while we're there. But I really thought it was a timing chain because of this sound. A shop that I just swung by said that it sounded like an exhaust leak. Another place said it sounded like spark. You know, I really just thought it was a header leak. Yeah, so I'm not gonna work on that here myself. You know, I'm not trying to piss my landlord off anymore. He already hates coming out here, fixing problems with the apartment. Don't want to have him catch me, you know, with my car like in pieces and fluids probably everywhere, trying to do the timing chain myself. So I'm waiting on a tow truck. I'm gonna get it towed less than a mile away to a shop. But you know, that's still gonna cost a lot, even though it's real close. So yeah, hopefully they could get it running. We'll see. That truck is in the way, so I gotta put it in neutral and see if I can push it over. Just dropped it off at the shop. Talked to dude, told him about, you know, I just put in a new distributor. The timing's probably all out of whack. To mess with that stuff first. He said it looks freshly rebuilt. The engine was rebuilt 2017, including the timing chain. But you know, I messed with everything, and that's what I think it is. But I told him, you know, to mess with everything else before he has to, you know, get into the engine, which he agreed. So hopefully, you know, it's not something that serious, which I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. You know me, I don't know. I'm just guessing. But hopefully, you know, it's not the timing chain. If it is what it is, you know. But if it's something simpler, if it's just like the timing's really off, that'd be cool. I'd save a lot of money too. So we'll see. So I got my car back from the shop. So far it's running decently. It's actually running really good actually. All he had to do was adjust the timing. Thankfully, man, you know, he didn't have to get in the engine. Timing chain's cool. Like I was kind of suspecting, you know, I wasn't too sure. I kind of was expecting the worst when getting the timing chain and all that. But like I said earlier in the video, the timing could have just been off, especially after installing that new distributor. We don't have all the specs really, because I need to do some research on that. This is a 96 Dodge Ram engine, but you know, it was converted to carbureted from fuel injection, so the timing's gonna be different. So I gotta look into that, but you know, he just adjusted it by ear, and it's running pretty good. I think he got it around like 10 degrees before top dead center. But you know, I'm gonna just drive it around for a little bit, see how it is. It's pretty stock, so it might be good at the setting. I don't know, we'll see. Time will tell. But I just pulled up to the auto parts store. I'm about to return a couple parts that I don't need for now, and we're gonna keep working on it. So dirty, man. You can't see it right now. I just drove back home. Car's covered in ash, man, from these fires. I know what you're thinking. Wow, you still haven't fixed it? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get it fixed today. About to drive to the shop right now. I'm not about to do it myself. So I'm gonna take it to a shop. Shop's not far, so I'm gonna have to ride like this just for a little bit. Few minutes away. Hopefully we don't have any issues, but I can't fit that fender. This is a fender. I can't fit the fender in the car. I got my grill. I got my bumper, fiberglass bumper. I got a chin spoiler, you know. Got clear blinker lenses. Interior is really dirty right now. Exterior even dirtier. You know, there's been a lot of fires in California. Still got ash from the last fire. And there was a new fire that just started yesterday, you know, so it's probably about to get smoky again. Anyway, yeah, let's go to the shop. They're saying the fender doesn't fit. He said I got the wrong fender. I'm gonna come back for that. Oh my gosh. Got this piece of crap in here. So I'm gonna drop this off home, come back for my old fender. Demolition Derby whip. I kinda like it. It's kinda ratty. Trying to be positive. Come on, man. How am I gonna come back from the shop looking worse than when I brought it in? Now I gotta look at this every day till I get a fender. Just gonna keep it here in the pad. All right, I kinda like it. I kinda wanna drive around like this for a little bit. All right, back at the shop with another fender. This one's actually from a Valiant, so hopefully this fits. All right, just got home. Let's get a closer look. Really loving the look of this, man. Nuclear indicator lenses. It's a fiberglass bumper. Actually, I thought it was gonna be black, but I like this. It's cool. Looks like it's in primer. This front lip is actually from a first-gen Camaro. It's pretty common thing to put on Mopar A bodies. It fits this car perfectly. I thought it'd be too small, but I think it's actually a very nice length for this car. This fender is from, I think it's from a 70-something Valiant. So it's not my year. It fits, but you can tell it's not my year because it got things that my car didn't come with. But it fits, that's all that matters. You know, we're gonna get it painted and all that, so we're gonna get this covered and all that. So we good. Headlight. All right, so these are my old speakers. I had some old Pioneers. This is my new stereo. And my new speakers, Memphis PRXs. Let's hear how they sound. Bear, yeah, I put a bad bear, yeah, I put a bad bear, yeah, I put a bad bear, yeah, I never shot with static, cause my average far from average, and my dick is full of savage, bro, like Luca from the Mavericks, hey, pull up with the baddest, walk the lavish, so sick carry, as I'm rhyming like, I'm up on display at a store, you can try me, neighbors call that cost my music loud, they say I'm wildin', my bag got so much stuff that I got booked domestic violence, hey, my rights, hey. All right, time to wash this dirty girl. Real dirty, I haven't washed it all year. All right, got the whip all clean. Cleaned up the engine bay a little bit. Also vacuumed the interior. Floors had a lot of like debris on it. Wiped down the seats a little bit. Man, I got these seats reupholstered like 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago this month. Also got this new day in light rear view. I was using that section cut one for a little bit because this one fell off. But I got this replacement. Cleaning out the trunk, forgot I had this stuff. Cleans out the grime off the wheels. That was wheel and tire cleaner, so I put that on my tire. I think it's just wheel cleaner though, so we just go around and do every wheel. No scrubbing required. Nice.
Man, I was born.
Great year, man.
My sister bought me this.
That's
right
that
on, man.
solid shirt. I might need one of those too.
Yeah.
61 Impala.
They brought some nice, man.
You And once again, I'm sorry for taking so long to upload this video. It's been a crazy year. I've aged 5 years just since last year. Coming soon though is a video that I've had an idea for some time. I've been wanting to do a performance test. Is the Valiant fast? If so, how fast is it? You know, I want to dyno it, want to weigh it, take it to a drag strip. So if you've been following this build for some time, I recommend that you stick around. And I promise I won't take a whole year to upload it. It may not be the next one, but it's coming soon. Ish. Eventually. Hey, buddy. All right, then. Hey. All right, then. Oh, you keep coming. All right, then.